What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our Chicago Bears franchise rebuild. We just came off a devastating loss to the Miami Dolphins at home at Soldier Field, but we got another chance to redeem ourselves at home with a divisional opponent coming in, led by TJ Hawkinson and the new acquisition, Ezekiel Elliott, who got traded away from the Cowboys to the Lions. So just when we thought that this was going to be an easy contest, it's not. Even though the Lions are 2-6, we got to remember that this is Madden 23 and anything can happen. But we are 4-5. The Vikings are 4-4, just right ahead of us. And then the Packers are 5-4. Now we've got 3 games coming up in a row that I think are winnable and that we should win. But we need to talk about last week about the sacks under siege. I don't really remember getting sacked too much, to be quite honest with you. So this was kind of interesting to talk about. Coach protection for the quarterback was a major issue this past week as you surrendered a high volume of sacks. Where do those struggles start? Again, well, last week we threw 5 interceptions, so I'm going to blame the quarterback. The ball has to come out faster or come out, period. Those negative plays make drives nearly impossible. I'm sorry, I couldn't read all of it in time. With that being said, does that change the game plan this week? I think we're going to shift to run. And yeah, every time we've won, obviously it's because we've limited the turnovers and we ran the ball very well. So that's what we're going to try to do this upcoming week. Justin Fields lose 5 morale, but it really doesn't matter at this point. I mean, he's already thrown, 23 interceptions. I mean, he can't have too much morale left, let's be honest. But we rushed for 125 and beat the Lions, and that's going to help us out tremendously. And then we've got a bonus goal. Limit sacks will give us a temporary boost to our offensive line, which I think is both of these things. I don't know what limit sacks mean. Not sure if that means I don't know what, 3 or more, 4 or more, 5 or more, then we're in trouble. I mean, I don't know exactly what all we need to do, to be quite honest. Let's check scout players out, because we haven't checked that in, I think, in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe we'll have a few more progressions on some of these prospects. So we do have a right tackle from Auburn, Jadarius Alexander. He's a top 5 projection, 75% complete. And I would love some offensive line help. Now, awareness is A to B. In-block blocking is A, pass block is B, and run block is B. He's got a high motor, shows good discipline, and won't get flagged much. Well, we don't have to worry about that. There's not flags in this game anyways. Agility is good to great. Change of direction is good to great. His strength is great to elite, which is always a really good indicator that you have a pretty decent offensive lineman. And his speed's solid to good, so I think he's also pretty decently fast. His run block finesse and pass block, so finesse not so much. He's more of like a real physical, straightforward, maybe like a run blocking type. Maybe he definitely fits the mold of the right tackle position. They're more typically your mauler, where the left tackle is obviously you're more fleet of foot. Kick that foot back quick, get in front of the pass rusher, because they are protecting the blind side of the quarterback. And he also might be very good at a guard position, which we definitely need. I'm going to put him as one of our favorites. Also, Donald Blanton, speed rusher here. He's at 75%. So we've got a little bit more information on him. Block shedding C to D, really not that good. So he's probably going to have a tough time getting off of blocks, particularly against the run game with that. But his pursuit and tackle's decent. His zone coverage is an F, which for me really kind of, as a outside linebacker, he's more of a rushing type. Really doesn't fit what we want. We want more of good zone coverage, run stopping type linebackers in this 4-3 defense. Obviously, we already have an edge rush, but we could move him down to the edge and potentially give him the opportunity to do that. But I would like to keep things as realistic as possible. Obviously, we have a scheme and we want to stick by that. And a lot of teams draft based on their scheme. You're not going to draft a player who you don't think will fit well with the current scheme that you have, either on offense or defense. And I just don't know if Blanton is really the right fit for us. We'll look at some of those other players later. The servers for Madden right now are currently acting very weird. It's taking a very long time for any of the menu items to go. We did go ahead and do practice. Our game plan is to potentially stop the Lions from throwing it underneath. Of course, they have Ezekiel Elliott, but he's not the same Ezekiel Elliott of old. We do need to limit the passing attack. And I really feel like our defense is really predicated off of how well our offense is doing. So if we don't turn the ball over, if we run it on the outside, which is our game plan for the offensive side, then and control the clock, that's going to help out our defense tremendously. It's going to force Detroit to pass it more, which plays into our hands. So we're going to run it, try to stop the underneath stuff. And the Detroit Lions, they're at 78 overall. Actually better all across the board. They do have Aiden Hutchinson, so we're going to have to watch him coming off the edge. But other than him and Jeff Okudah, I don't think we really have too much to worry about. So I think running away from those two is going to be the recipe for success. So Lions coming into Soldier Field, an interdivisional matchup in the NFC North. Let's see who wins. And here we are in Chicago. Detroit Lions coming in to battle the Chicago Bears. Jared Goff got a new playmaker in Ezekiel Elliott. We'll have to see if he will come into play and help them beat Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. You also got to worry about Amon St. Brown. It's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to focus on running. That was our game plan. The Chicago Bears controlling the clock, running the ball. Their best defense is giving it in the hands of David Montgomery, letting him control the game, running it a lot, using Justin Fields' legs. And we'll see if they're going to have success with that today, as Justin Fields and David Montgomery, both guys of the hour, walk out onto the field with a 4-5 record. Justin Fields, 8 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, and over 1,500 yards thrown. David Montgomery, a top 3 back in the NFL right now as far as rushing yards. He's only had 4 rushing touchdowns all season long. But Chicago's also not had a lot of opportunities to score once they got in the red zone. They've had a lot of defensive touchdowns and a lot of touchdowns that, oh, we got some space. Stiff-armed a little too early, and the first run of the game is 14 yards in David Montgomery's favor, and Matt Eberflus has to like that. So we got a 1st down and 10 ball on the 39. Another good run like that, and we will be in opponent territory, and we are. David Montgomery picks up another 1st down. He's already got over 25 yards rushing on the day in Detroit territory. Ball on the 49 as we get another look at that. He could have made that one player miss. He could have broke it probably for a touchdown. Maybe he'd have got caught. Matt loving that as Justin Fields, David Montgomery back here. Blasting game in motion, and they're going to run it again. Oh, pressure coming to the outside. Catches Montgomery behind the line. A loss of 3. Oh, pressure coming up the middle. And Ndamukong Suh, the wily vet who really does not ever get hurt, just kind of beats the guard and gets right to Justin Fields before we're even able to make anything happen on that play. It's a sack, a loss of 6. Now we've got a 3rd down and 19 as Chicago was reeling there for a second, or rolling. Now they're reeling. Let's throw that underneath and just outside, or out of the reach of Darnell Mooney, who has now been moved to the slot. See if we can't get a good kick, a good bounce, and of course we don't. Tried to dive like that's gonna help. So we get to see Ezekiel Elliott sporting the number 9 with Jared Goff. They're in the backfield, probably looking to let Zeke eat often. We got a blitz coming up the middle in front. Oh my God, is that? He threw it right to our guy. It was a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. They're gonna run it to the outside. Nice stop. Houston Carson. He's trying to win a job here next year for the Bears. He does have a contract that's up. Negotiations have not started. Haven't heard much from the front office on whether they're going to sign him or not, but we've got a 3rd down and 1, and that's caught to the outside for a 1st down. That's DJ Chark. Ezekiel Elliott, man. Every time we blitz up the middle, they just kick it to the outside with a run. Robert Quinn does have an abdominal tear. He won't return for the game. And Robert Quinn might be, I have to look at his contract. He might be somebody that we re-sign or we trade in the offseason. He has not performed. He has not shown up. He's supposed to be our best defensive player. And there's another just block shed, initial contact. Linville Joseph now hurt on the play. 3rd down and 12. We got pressure. Can one of these linebackers, somebody get home? And thrown out of the reach. Jared Goff, his 2nd incompletion. We'll bring up a 4th down and 12. As the defense holds here. Bend but don't break. I'll take that every single drive. See if we can't get a block punt. No. Detroit goes up 3-0. Go! Pettis Gone. He returned one last week. He's going to return one this week. Dante Pettis, one of the best returners in the game. And we have a 7-3 lead for Chicago. So after a huge special teams play that gives Chicago the lead, Detroit's right back on the field and with a deficit. And they're going to hand it right back off to Ezekiel Elliott, who's already ran over 50 yards. I just don't get, our defensive line has no chance of stopping him. We're just not getting any block shedding. Van Der Esch misses the tackle, and Brisker comes in to help him bring him down. Ezekiel Elliott picks up 10. TJ Hockenson with the catch. Detroit with 100 yards already on the game. Hawkinson's second catch. And they're moving the ball very well against Chicago's defense. Backing up, pressure finding Jared Goff. He is able to get rid of it, but it is an incompletion. Second down and 10, ball on the 43. Detroit looking to answer here with a score of their own. Chicago trying to get the ball back into their offense's hands. And that's going to be thrown deep and caught. DJ Chark. And who's it on? Brisker. All right, the defense or offense back on the field for Chicago. And there's Aiden Hutchinson who gets in on his first tackle of the game. Chicago down by 3 here early in the first half. Not in the first quarter. We have 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Chicago's looking to try to get their first points from their offense here. Aiden Hutchinson again sealing that edge. So we got a 3rd down and 11. This is where defenses want Chicago, because if they pass it, good chance they're going to turn it over. That's thrown up the field and caught by Pringle. Ball on the 49. 27-yard first down to the big-time slot wide receiver. Not really. But it was a big-time play for Chicago. Like, nice to see some life in the passing attack of this offense, as they're very pedestrian at times. We'll try this again. This is the same play again. Maybe we'll get lucky. If not, we've got Montgomery. Yeah, let's just dump it down to Montgomery. His first catch. And a 3rd down and 4 as time is winding down here in the first quarter, as Chicago trying to take a lead. Not sure what kind of coverage we got. They're blitzing off the edge. We'll throw this underneath to Pettis, who cuts it back upfield. He already has 1 touchdown on the day. Can he get one on the offensive side of things? I don't know if we were able to go. Our game plan was to run outside away from Ndamukong Suh because of obviously block shedding for the defensive tackle. You know, there's Aiden Hutchinson's over there, so it's kind of a choose your own poison type of thing. We might have to make an adjustment at halftime and run it up the middle, because trying to get away from Aiden Hutchinson on that edge just like that, man, he just seals it beautifully. Might have to start cutting it back upfield. There's a nice cutback. That's what we got to do. David Montgomery with another good rush, 36 yards. Let's slide, get down. Justin Fields' first rush. We got a jet sweep. I don't like this play. Give it to Darnell Mooney. Maybe he can get out in space and make something happen. We'll see. Darnell Mooney in motion. It's handed off to him. I should have done a hard cut. We didn't get it. 3rd down and 3. 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 3rd down, 3. The ball is snapped. Let's throw this. Oh, I threw that way too far out of the reach of the receiver. And we're going to have to kick a field goal here to tie this game up. I had my guy. I just threw it a little too far out in front. That's all that was. Just a little bit too far. I'll take that any day of the week. A bad pass by me, I can live with it. It's just whenever the CPU's defenders make ridiculous plays on the ball, or when our receiver doesn't do anything. But if I make a bad pass or bad read, I'll eat that. Play action, and look who's open. TJ Hockenson. God, man, what is going on? We just have no coverage. Nice, there we go. Van Der Esch finally making something happen. And Benay Sewell, star tackle for the Lions, is down on the play. We'll have to get word from the sideline and let you know what's going on, as a loss of 2 makes this a 12-yard down to get the first down. Look, I just can't cover that. Nothing I can do. Oh, over the middle. Caught. Ball on the 50 for Detroit, man. DJ Chark now with 70 yards on the day, man. We don't have an answer on defense. We really don't. We're not playing bad per se. I mean, obviously offense could be a lot better. There's St. Brown with his first catch of the day. He gets a first down. All right, so we got a 3rd down and 4. We're going to send a zone blitz here at Jared Goff, see if we can't make a stop. Houston Carson in coverage. We got to watch for TJ Hawkinson. Look at wide open in the, oh, thank God. He was wide open. A lot going on for Chicago's offense. They've only managed 83 yards of total offense and 3 points. So we're going to do a play action. Oh, man. There's Pringle with a catch and a first down. That's his 2nd big catch of the day. He's got what, like 35 yards receiving? Make that 41. We're trying to shortchange him. Let's see if we can't get Aiden Hutchinson to bite on this read option. He does. And we're going to take this off. Pick up the block. Go downfield. Slide. First down. Ball on the 48 for Chicago. Wide open Mooney. And he's got a house call. His 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Bears score and make this a 3-point game. Nice strike by Justin Fields to Darnell Mooney, and since moving him into the slot, he's gotten a lot more touches, and that's a good thing for the Chicago Bears offense. Oh, that's an interception. We drop it. 2nd down and 10. Only 6 seconds left remaining before the 2-minute warning. Man, we had an opportunity. It's good to see a dropped interception, though. That doesn't happen very often. And again, we need to hold them. They're going to get the ball at half, so another 1st down would not be good. We need to stop them here. Going underneath, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm surprised he didn't break a block or a tackle. We do got 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 47. Playing a little zone. About to watch underneath. He's going to throw it deep and out of the reach of St. Brown. 3rd down and 4 coming up. We got to do cover 1 contain. I really want to bring some pressure, but unfortunately we can't. We're going to be spying on Jared Goff, who I doubt is going to get out into the pocket very much, or get outside the pocket. And that's thrown in the back corner of the end zone, and pass is broken up. Pressure and a sack, it's fumbled. Picked up by the offensive lineman. But a timeout by Detroit, man, that could have been huge. Our first sack on Jared Goff today. Good to see the defensive line actually making something happen. Now, ball's on the 44. I don't really know what I think we'd be aggressive. I think we assume that they're going to try to pass it, and we just try to apply some pressure. If they do run it, we do have a blitz. Rolling outside of the pocket, and he just gets rid of it. Jared Goff. Pressure does get home. That worked out great, and we force out a punt. We got 39 seconds. We have all 3 of our timeouts. We'll see if we can get a big play here. I'm gonna try to hit Pringle here, or maybe Montgomery, maybe a commit. And if we can move the ball down the field, throw it again, just a little bit outside of his reach. I moved my slider back to 8. I had it at 9, and I think it's just I'm pushing a little too hard on it. So we'll have to see. We've got space. Let's get outside. Let's run it. And we get a flag. Roughing the passer or late hit gives us another 15. So now we'll have the ball on the 45, which hey, we couldn't have asked for it better. Basically just flip field position in a matter of 10 seconds. We still got all 3 of our timeouts. Let's get outside the pocket. Let's throw this underneath. Come back. He didn't come back. David Montgomery. I tried to. Jesus Christ. I thought he would come back and play the ball. That obviously didn't happen. Jalen Johnson gets an interception, and that's the best thing that could have happened to us. Because here we are at the 20, and we get tackled by Jared Goff. 11 seconds remaining on the ball on the 15, so we get it right back. Holy crap, what is going on, man? Sometimes this game just gives me, like, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. Let's throw this. Oh, that could have been bad. So we're going to have to kick it and just take these 3 points. We tried to take a shot to Cole Kmet in the end zone. That didn't work out. The kicks up is good. We have a tied game. All right, so I think we continue. We need to switch to run inside, and I think we got to defend the inside run. They haven't at all passed it or ran it on the outside all game. So defend the inside run, and we're going to try to run inside as well. Tied game. We'll see who can do it better. Jared Goff looking for time in the pocket, and he just kind of throws that one away. Jared Goff here, the last 10 throws, not too many incompletion or completions. He's had some pressure in his face, and that's what we need from the Chicago Bears defense. And of course, they immediately run it outside. They ran it outside all game. We switch our game plan. First play that they run it. Let's throw it outside. They make adjustments as well. 3rd down and 8. Good time to come up with a big stop by the defense. That's thrown outside. I did not get over quick enough, and it was Jared Goff. Little inaccurate coming out the half, and they have to punt it. Oh, we tried to cut it back up and get the first down. David Montgomery with a nice rush there. Gain of 8. We've got a 3rd down and 2. Aiden Hutchinson's who we keyed on here. What is he going to do? He's going to decide to go after the running back, so Justin Field keeps it and takes it upfield. He's got 58 yards rushing. I think our goal this week was to get 200 yards rushing. We're at 101, so we have a good chance of hitting that. What the heck was going on with our offensive line? We gained 3. Here we go, 3rd down and 5. Pringle, can you get open? Do you want to get paid? Oh, God. I mean, that one's on me, right? Yeah, that's like 1,000% on me. I just assumed that the defender was going to stay behind him. That's 1,000% on me. Oh, I suck. Oh, there we go. Nice pass or rush defense. Finally, we had to send basically a full house blitz, but at least we get in the backfield and actually secure a tackle. It's a 3rd down and 2. Ezekiel Elliott, nice 11-yard run. What do they decide to do? They're going to run it. Can we make a tackle? A little help from Brisker, but Crookshank's able to get it. They're in field goal range. Again, let's stop them here. We're going to stack the box. We've got 8. We've got to win that. Injury timeout for Leighton Vander Esch. I thought there was a fumble on the play. He's holding his pectoral. We'll have to see if it's a pec strain. It's thrown and broken up by Brisker. 3rd and 8. Thrown and out of bounds. We hold a torn labrum, so I mean, it's his shoulder. So we traded 2 3rd-round picks for a player that played 2.5 games. The torn labrum was going to keep him out for the majority of the season. The field goal is good. So 3rd down and 7. We've ran it and we just getting stuffed every time we run the ball. Oh my God. Freaking pressure. Ezekiel Elliott with 105 yards rushing. He's having a career resurgence game here. I feel like Detroit's trying to salt this one away. We're in the 4th quarter. They are in our territory, so they have the ability to score. We'll let that just go out of bounds for a gain of 5. So Detroit's definitely looking to try to salt this one away. So we've got 11 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. That's thrown underneath to St. Brown, who's been able to catch a few here in the contest. Detroit, I guess, is the better team. We've thrown it 38 times. That's thrown. That's an interception. We do have a flag on the play. That's probably roughing the passer. And we're going to return it, but I think it's coming back. Could be holding. We've got
holding defense.
Wow. Holding on Penei Sewell. Oh my God. We got so lucky. Interception, return for a touchdown. And what is that? 14 of our 13 points have not came from the offense. We're getting it done because our offense surely can't, mainly because I throw interceptions. Thank God for them. We are up by 4 in the final quarter. That's intercepted. Brisker, user pick. I'm going to take that back in again. Back-to-back plays are pick sixes by Chicago's defense. Now, that's kind of a, I don't want to say that's a Jared Goff type thing. Definitely not a Chicago Bears type thing, but wow. That's a turn of events. 14 unanswered. Man, DeAndre Swift getting in on some of the running action here. His second rush, he's got 35 yards. They're moving the ball down the field here. You'd think they'd come out and pass it, but I mean, he ran it 162 yards. I love our corner just sitting there kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? At least he just didn't turn around and snag it like the CPU does. Man, there's Jared Goff here in the second half has not been accurate. He's had a lot of incomplete passes. It's really been the running attack from Detroit that's kind of kept them in the game before he threw the intercept. Really, he's the reason they're losing. It's refreshing that it wasn't us. That's balls thrown and broken up again. So Detroit's going to come out for a long 57-yard field goal. There is no win today. We'll see if the kick will be good. It's up. Oh, it splits the uprights. Oh, it's a little short. It does not split the uprights. I spoke too soon, and that's going to give us good field position. That was really accurate. It was like 2 yards too short. So we're going to try to salt this one away. Give it to Montgomery, who sheds a tackle, continues to run, and gets it to the 37 of Detroit. Oh, we break it to the outside and get it another 10. So the 3rd down and 8, a field goal here is going to give us, what, a 14-point lead. So we got to be careful not to do anything stupid. Easier said than done. We'll just run this right up the middle. We got space. We'll get down. We'll play it safe. And we'll continue to run time off the clock. Justin Fields, 71. Yeah, we got to do that more. But it's very hard to run it up the middle because they come off their blocks really quickly. Just Fields 90 speed. I've got to be more cognizant of that. Like, look at that. Just, he can break right by him. He almost got in. Got it to the 1. Here it is. The dreaded goal line situation. Can we get in? This is going to... Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if this helps out any. I mean, it's hard not to get in when the hole's that freaking large. David Montgomery, 5th touchdown on the season. All right, so that is game. Chicago wins 41-30, winning by 11 on the back of 2 pick sixes and a kickoff return for a touchdown, accounting for 21 of the 41 points. Justin Fields throws 1. He also throws 2 interceptions, I do believe. If we look at our team stats, I don't know if did we get the rushing yards? We got 203 rushing yards. Oh my God, look at the offense, man. 334, 174. Detroit, the rushing for us is just abysmal. But luckily we get it done in other ways, and we are back 5-5 in the playoff hunt. So we get the win. This brings us to 5-5, which if the Packers lose and the Vikings lose, that will give us a tie with the Packers, but the Packers obviously have home field advantage. It says under siege, discuss the results of the game. I mean, we didn't get sacked but like once or twice. You mentioned earlier this week there was clearly a concerted effort to get the ground game going, and it seemed to pay off today. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we had a good plan coming in. Obviously, we had some issues with sacks last week, so it was important to keep the quarterback clean and take some pressure off of him, and we got the job done. I'd say so, for the most part. Passing still just, and it's mainly because of me. So we get plus 10 morale for the whole offensive line, and they get 5 plus pass block and pass finesse block for next game, which going up against the Falcons, pretty good secondary. Probably got to stay away from throwing it deep again. It's unfortunate, mainly because I suck. We got 2 new injuries now. Remember, Leighton Vander Esch did get a torn labrum, so he's out for 4 weeks. Robert Quinn with an abdominal tear is out for 4 weeks. So they will both be gone for these next few games. We'll have to get it done without 2 of our best, statistically, at least overall, 2 of our best defensive players. But both of them haven't really done a whole lot, unfortunately. Robert Quinn has just been non-existent in pass rush. Haven't seen him flash at all in run defense. Wolf Hunter's been there. he's not making a lot of tackles when we need him. So the Vikings did lose. We're 5-5. Of course, the Lions lost to us, and we are right in the thick of it. If we go ahead and look at the standings here in the NFC, we are tied. There's a big tie here, 5-5 for those wild card races spots. So it's going to be interesting. Our goal this season was only 7 wins. We're at 5. So I feel pretty confident. We got 7 games going. We can at least win 2 of those 7. I would hope. We got a lot of things to talk about, but we'll have to do it on the next video. Make sure to hit that like button. We got the Falcons coming up. I'll catch everybody later. Peace out.